It's horse beef, and Christmas came early this year, didn't it, man? I was planning on, sticking with this hiatus until maybe January. A little internet detox for a little bit, disconnect from now until maybe around the time that the hype starts to build up for the next UFC numbered cards. I'm also just not really interested in uploading for the sake of it, right? When I upload, it's because I really want to speak on something. There have been a few times where I've just phoned it in, and I'm just never really proud of those videos whatsoever. So, yeah, man, whenever I upload, it's because I want to upload, not just for the sake of it, so you guys don't forget about my existence or anything, you know what I'm saying? But man, Anthony Joshua gave us a bit of a gift last night.
Hands down. Wait. Chin served on a platter.
And broke Jake Paul's jaw in two places. Now, of course, I understand that it takes a lot of balls to do what Jake Paul did, and I won't deny that. I'm not going to completely shit on him. I will say, yeah, credit to Jake Paul for stepping in there against Anthony Joshua, right? At the weigh-ins alone, like, it was very easy to see that the result would have always been a knockout here for Anthony Joshua, although a lot of people were predicting inside 60 seconds or whatever, inside 1 round, 2 rounds, but realistically, this was always the most realistic outcome for this fight, because obviously Jake Paul isn't going to go in there and actually stand toe-to-toe with Anthony Joshua, and that's kind of why I have a hard time giving him the utmost respect for this, because, I mean, you would assume that he got paid like around 50 million plus for stepping in there. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm sure you guys all can attest to this, but we would all take that paycheck and stand in there with Anthony Joshua and risk getting our jaws broken for generational wealth like that. Is that not fair to say? So do I have to respect Jake Paul for going in there and staying on his bike? Do I have to respect Jake Paul for landing a couple of jabs in there, right? But just staying on his bike and doing whatever he could to survive? Do I really have to respect him for that? We would all do the same thing, right? We would all get knocked out the same way for the same paycheck as Jake Paul did. But the difference is that he makes a spectacle of himself. And he was even like top billing in this fight too. Yeah, he walked out second, even in the weigh-ins. Like, it was all surrounding Jake Paul. Even though Anthony Joshua is the far superior boxer, much more decorated, much more respected in the boxing world, it was still all about Jake Paul in the end. Top billing, all that bullshit. So do I really have to respect Jake Paul? Am I being a hater if I say that I'm happy to see his jaw get spun around like that? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I am a hater, but I don't really give a shit. Because Jake Paul has made a mockery of boxing. The Mike Tyson fight was a joke. And I'm not even going to sit here and say that all of his fights are rigged up to this point, whatever. No, I think it's just very clear that Jake Paul has picked his opponents very, very carefully up to this point. And he looked unimpressive against Tommy Fury. He's looked unimpressive against most of his recent opponents. He really has, man. It's been very clear that he has plateaued as a boxer, which is to be expected when you pick up boxing at such a late age like he has, right? It's such a specialist sport. It's hard to become truly elite. And obviously you'll point to the size advantage. And yeah, this was always a stupid matchup. This was always stupid. And it was just Jake Paul trying to scrounge together some kind of a fight that would get people excited, right? And the only way to get people excited to watch Jake Paul fight is with the built-in possibility that he will get his jaw spun like we saw, right? Not even just that, but I think it's just the fact that this was a guaranteed outcome for this fight. So this is what made people want to tune in. It's what made myself want to tune in, right? And I got what I was looking for. But man, the fight was so uninteresting up until that point. I know it's very, very easy to clown on AJ for the performance, for not knocking him out earlier. But as I said, it's so hard to knock out somebody who is not trying to engage whatsoever. It's very hard to knock somebody out who's not trying to engage, right? And someone who has decent boxing instincts like Jake Paul does. He has decent defensive instincts. Like, he's been training boxing for enough time to where he is able to keep himself safe as long as he's single-mindedly just trying to stay out of danger. You then add on the stature of Anthony Joshua and the fact that every single time Jake Paul dipped his head, he was below Anthony Joshua's waistline. It's extremely hard to connect with somebody who is below your waistline, right? So this type of a matchup was always going to play out this way, with Anthony Joshua taking over in the mid to late rounds once Jake Paul starts to fade, because the whole clinch heavy strategy of Jake Paul's didn't really make a whole lot of sense for survival purposes, because all that was going to always do was just cause him to gas out. I'm not really sure what the whole plan there was. Like, obviously, Anthony Joshua was going to be stronger and more towering in the clinch and leaning on you, yet Jake Paul was engaging in the clinch over and over and over again. Got to the point where he was shooting for fucking Joshua's legs at a certain point. It was just a really bad showing, and it's exactly why. I'm sorry. I respect the fact that he stepped in there with Anthony Joshua, and I respect the fact that he got up after getting knocked down a couple of times. And even though he ate that final right hand, that right hand looked grim. And you know what, dude? Respect to how he ate it, because a lot of people would have been put night-night, right? They really would have. So, respect where it's due in that regard, but I'm sorry. You got paid ridiculous money to dance around a boxing ring and LARP as a boxer for as long as you did everything you could to survive, not engage, all for brownie points to say, oh, would you look at that? I survived this long against one of the best heavyweight boxers of this generation. Well, he couldn't even do that, but he gets respect for eating some of those right hands and getting up off the canvas, because some of those shots looked ridiculous. They looked ridiculous, and honestly, that right hand, I'll say it once again, holy shit, dude. The fact that Jake Paul even ate that and got up relatively quickly it's a testament to Jake Paul's chin. The guy actually has a crazy chin. If there's nothing really positive to take away from his performance, but it's undeniable that the man can eat a punch, I suppose, right? He ate a punch, had his jaw broken in 2 places, and got right back up off the canvas. So for that, I will respect the man. I will give him his credit 100%. But going in there to survive for fucking brownie points, it's a mockery. It's a mockery. But how about Anthony Joshua, man? He's such a strange character. After his, I think it was his first loss to Usyk, his showing, like his post-fight speech, walking around the ring, acting like he's the main character of life after he just lost his belts, was a really strange look. And after this, man, both hands on Ariel Helwani's shoulder, looking him lovingly in the eyes and explaining why he didn't get Jake Paul out of there earlier. So you don't have to explain yourself, dog. And it just, it's strange. Like with your level of experience and the size difference against Jake Paul, the fact that you even feel the need to justify your performance or the lack of an early knockout speaks to the mentality of AJ. I'm not too sure, man. AJ is just a bit of a strange dude, I suppose. Bro, are you recording this right now, bro?
Hey, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? The score rounds up. You've lost every single one of them. You've lost every single round. This could be a legacy ending, AJ.
And of course, this clip circulating definitely made the knockout even more satisfying in retrospect. I mean, Logan Paul, is there a bigger douchebag on this planet? And what is it with the bro? These, like, what is it with the overuse of the term bro? Bro, is it like bro? It's fucking unreal how much people say bro nowadays. You've ruined the word. But on the bright side of that card that took place last night, we did get a 50-year-old Anderson Silva picking up a pretty nasty knockout. Dude, that step in lead uppercut completely stoned fucking Tyron Woodley. Woodley's more washed than a 50-year-old man. That is the craziest shit ever to me. This man cannot stop getting finished with the hilarious image of dude wipes on his ass. It's just hilarious. The man needs to ditch dude wipes because for some reason it makes all of his knockout losses even more hilarious in the boxing ring. So ditch that sponsor, dude wipes, or at least change the location of the sponsorship. I don't know. For some reason, correct me if I'm wrong here, does it not make it 10 times more hilarious when he gets knocked out when you see dude wipes right after? But we even had a backstage scrap involving this human Cabbage Patch doll with an extra chromosome, also known as Jack Doherty. Imagine the bravery of Andrei Arlovsky facing down the entire Broccoli Legion single-handedly. Oh, I could not imagine being so brave. I just wish we got a little clip of Jack eating some kind of a shot, man. The dude deserves all of the beatings, right? I know I don't really agree with assault, right? I'm not really a huge proponent of assault, but when it comes to pricks like that who rile shit up and then try and get behind their security guard and get other people to pick up the pieces for him and handle the business for him, that type of a coward deserves their own type of justice, in my opinion. So unfortunate that we didn't get to see him eat a knee to the face, but we did get to see one of his broccoli boys, one of his fellow broccoli assassins eat a knee to the face, which was very beautiful indeed. But Jack's day will come eventually, and I hope it is at the hands of a professional fighter that he stupidly presses in public or shoulder bumps or tries to intimidate in some sort of way, like unwittingly fucking with a professional fighter, which results in not only himself but his security guard getting completely fucking bodied. And I'm not wishing it on him, but it honestly could be even worse than that for him if he continues down this path, right? People like Jack Doherty are a scourge on society, and there's honestly no place for them. I really do think that they should be completely isolated, exiled from society as punishment for being an absolute broccoli-headed tool bag. But anyway, guys, that does conclude my thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below whether you agree, whether you disagree, whatever your thoughts are surrounding last night's card, and if you would like me to bring some kind of an end of the year MMA award show or whatever. I know Lucas Tracy and a few other guys have probably done it as well, but if you'd like me to do my own version of that, then I wouldn't mind doing it. I know it won't really get the views and all that, but if you guys want to see it, I will 100% bring that for you guys. And if you care to hear my thoughts on the Andrew Tate fight, which is happening later on today, then also let me know there, right? Because I know that is a hot topic, and Andrew Tate stepping in the boxing ring in 2025 can be exciting for some people. So if you guys give a shit about that in any sort of a way, then also let me know in the comment section, because hey man, I'm pretty starved for content at this current moment, and I would like to upload, although I will never force it. But if you guys have certain topics that you'd like to hear me speak on, then just leave comments, man. And because you guys know I read all the comments, I literally read every single one of your comments, so do not hesitate. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one.